things that we teach entrepreneurs in product development is being customer-centric and putting your customer in the center of your product. And as you develop your product, you need to keep going back to the customer and showing them the products you're developing and getting their feedback. And the only feedback that matters from the customer is when they buy your product. As long as they're just giving you verbal feedback, it's neither here nor there. But the day they start buying your product and they buy it in huge numbers, then you actually have a product that is useful.
Businesses also suffer from non-compliance with the policies that have been put in place. This platform gives us transparency in terms of compliance, so it reduces the issues that we have with non-compliance. As a chamber, we also work a lot with exporters, and of course with the AFTCA coming out, that gives a market of about 1.2 billion. We find that the exporters are also having challenges with compliance issues. So through the toolkit, again, they are able to understand what is required. They are able to expand their markets and customer base, having complied with what is required of them locally.
Trying to eliminate a lot of the manual processes and physical engagement with government ministries, departments and agencies, and we try and automate processes. Whether you're applying for a license for environmental impact assessment or applying for, putting in your import or export documentation, we work with Kentrade to make sure that we digitize the process and that we have all the agencies, operating from one platform. We also look at the cost of doing businesses and try and eliminate a lot of businesses.
From the beginning, we already have support structures that makes these businesses survive. We need to move away from that notion that if I start a business, the probability of failing are higher than succeeding, because they say 70% fail. We need to change the narrative the other way. We say only maybe 30% fail and 70% succeed, but only through deliberate support systems, both from government and the other mentors that we are talking about.
We created a machine which is an automatic incubator and brooder. The brooder, which I have already shared the problems that I had, which is automatic, we had a problem of temperature control. So we made a brooder that gives the chicks automatic control of conditions like temperature.
We are involved in tracking pastoralist expectant mothers, providing both pre and postnatal maternal health care services.
The cases of human-wildlife conflict have been on the rise significantly, leading to the loss of human lives, to the destruction of property and crops, and to the death of our valuable wildlife.
We provide a real-time tracking solution whereby you can track all the animals in the wild with the specific species of the animal and also like the specific ID of the animal.
If you don't understand, how can you learn? Imagine trying to learn when you don't understand what the teacher is saying. We are trying to solve language barrier in learning. We are trying to solve lack of teachers, especially in northern part of Kenya, where I come from, due to security.
Our mission and our vision as Funky Science has been to inspire the next generation of African scientists. Our market size right now for Funky Science within Kenya alone is 8 million primary school students, 6 million in secondary school, and about 400,000 teachers within the country.
We have an online learning platform where children are able to code. We have the development of boards, that is for IoT. We have the development of building bricks. These are the ones that the learners are able to use to offer to have the learning and the building component, and then you have the curriculum that is structured.
This year we are hitting our target of $156,000, and in 3 years, by 2023, we expect for the first time to make sales worth over $1 million.
Well, Revital Healthcare is such manufacturer based out of Africa, in Kenya and out of Kilifi County, manufacturing over 45 medical devices, amongst them vaccine syringes, rapid diagnostic test kits, PPE kits, COVID test kits, and many more products. So the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation invested $2.8 million in 2013 to start this whole new line of rapid AD and REB syringes. So I'm going to take you a very brief overview since we have a very short time. We started off this company in 2007, based out of Mombasa again. We started manufacturing only 2 medical devices, which were syringes, with an employment of 60 people. Over the years, we grew, and just a couple of years ago, we started our own new factory in our own facility, where we now have more than 500 people working for us, and we plan to expand even further. Some of the highlights I want to point out along our timeline is the WHO PQS certification, which we received back in 2013 for the reuse prevention syringes. Reuse prevention syringes are basically syringes which effectively lock or disable at the time of use. We're a 500 strong team, 80% being women. Started off with only 60, and we aim to continuously grow as we expand and start manufacturing more products.
3 main problems that we are solving are the communication barrier. So looking at the ecosystem right now, there's over 150,000 deaf people in Kenya. This is according to the census in 2019. And over 5% of the world's population, 466 million people, are living with hearing disability. It's projected that by 2050, 1 in 10 people will have the same hearing disability. We've built an avatar tool, and our avatar tool works now helping the medical health practitioner now communicate back to the deaf person. What you're looking at right now, we're asking for a $50,000 grant, which will enable us to build a larger data infrastructure that could improve the accuracy of our model and help us to improve our technology.